What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome back to Feathered Leo Tarot, where it's Leo here all the time. It doesn't matter where it's at in your chart. Or if you're a cross-watcher, like, share, subscribe. I would love to grow this tribe. So if you like the vibe, I would love if you subscribed. But I just want to say thank you for your comments. I love reading your comments. Replay rock stars. I love getting your comments. I hope you're all doing well. Just please know these messages, my messages, tend to be heavy. They are not for the faint of heart. If you want to, you can always click out. You do not need to watch an entire reading. If it becomes heavy for you, please click out of it and go somewhere else, okay? But those, my intentions are for the people that need the messages to get the messages, okay? I don't give you what you want to hear. I give you what you need to hear, okay? For clarity, for validation, for entertainment, whatever. You never know what you're going to get here. So let's do a love reading. It's podcast episode 401. We're in the 400s. Let's do this thing. If you're here during the live, thumbs up. Click the live chat button down below. Drop it into the reading screen. Lioness Kitty Cat is here. How you doing, beautiful? How are you? I don't even have my stream set up. Like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? That's an important message for this message today. What am I doing here? Well, let's talk about it. Let's pull from The Woman's Guide to Manifestation. Theme. Embody Your Goddess just flipped out. Hello. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter what your gender is. A message. Share your gifts. Okay? This could be, it's time for you to open up to new gifts. Share your gifts. That could be gift of love. Or it could mean to open up to new directions because it's going outwards. Share your gifts. So that could be, it's time for you to open up to new things. Let's talk about a love situation. Ooh. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Juggling. Two of Pentacles. But juggling can be, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm up in the air. I really don't know what's happening here in regards to love, a love situation or a specific person, place. It's love. We're talking about love. The cups came out. Please. Please. Happy Friday. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Whew. I thought I had to sneeze. Okay. I have eucalyptus in the diffuser today. All right. Tell me about the situation. What are we talking about? Okay. So you are single. What else? You're waiting on communication from someone. Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you're waiting on some sort of communication to come in from somebody. You're waiting for somebody to come back and communicate. But you're prepared for this communication as well. You're just doing your own thing and you're waiting for communication to come in from someone. This could be somebody that's married. Somebody you've been married to. Somebody that's non-committal. Definitely somebody that's not taking action. You're waiting for them to come back, though. That's why you're like, I don't know what's happening here. Why am I here waiting? So why are you here waiting? Why am I here? Four of Pentacles, because you need to let something go. That is what share your gifts is. It's opening up to new possibilities and new options while letting this go. You need to open up your heart to and get prepared to move your energy outward. Put a smile on your face, baby, and say hey to new people, okay? That's the deal. But you're waiting for this communication. I want to know why you're waiting for this communication. Tell us. Flipping the deck. Tell us why you're waiting for this communication. Because you love this person. Yeah. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Because you want this person to love you instead of releasing you into the wild. You want this person to choose you. Yeah. This person, though, it's kind of like you have to let this person go because they have a very, very, very large ego. First of all, the Emperor's reverse. That could be somebody who's very controlling, very conceited. And even if it's not to that extreme where they're egotistical and they think they're God's gift to women or men. This could be somebody that's just busy. They're married to their job. They're married to their career. They're in college. They have zero time because they're busy. Okay. This is a situation where I got Pisces energy on this pretty strong. But an Emperor reverse can be somebody who lacks self-esteem, or they could be somebody who is very greedy, very domineering, very dominating, and very controlling. Maybe, I hope there's no AB involved, because we don't wait for that shit. AB of any kind. That's unacceptable. So it's like you would like for this person to choose you, to tell you that they love you, maybe even to bring you a huge apology. An apology on like the Empire State Building big. I'm talking about this person may owe you an extreme apology. Okay. I personally would suggest that if you are waiting for an apology, you get to the place within inside of yourself that you don't need anybody's apology, that you can forgive and move on without ever needing someone's apology, because that can slow you down. It can hold you back, and it can keep you stagnant for years and years and years. What's up, Rita? How you doing? What's up, Joss? Read a book. I love that. My true crime, buddy. Yeah. I can see that you've been really, really wounded by this person at some point. Yeah. A lot of confusion, a lot of self-doubt. This person may have caused you to doubt yourself, may have caused you to, it's caused you a lot of confusion. Like, what are we doing? Two of Pentacles. Do you love me? Do you love me not? Do you love me? Do you love me not? What are we doing here? What am I doing here? It's not about what are we doing here at this point. It's about what are you doing here? And apparently the universe wants you to open up to new options and new opportunities, and to, let the world see your beautiful, amazing heart space, Shh. Joss says, when's that podcast coming? Yeah. When I find me a partner, when I find a partner to do it. Podcasting is difficult when you got to research. It's even worse. So this is somebody that you're really, it's been so confusing, and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to put down the burden of this. I don't know if I'm ready to fully let go of this yet. And the 10 of Wands is in reverse, so it's kind of like you're almost there, but you still doubt. So you're like, what if they come back? Yeah, the Knight of Cups reverse. Like, what if they come back and they apologize, Feather? What if they show back up? What if they come back? So you delay yourself from opening up to new options. You also you're delaying a closing of a door, closing of a chapter with someone. And that holds you back from new opportunities. It keeps your heart closed off to other people, because if you have one foot in the past waiting for somebody while you're opening up to the future, kind of the energy is a little bit confused there with the universe. It's like, what are you manifesting? The universe wants you to open up to new, beautiful, amazing things. You are in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. You don't need anybody. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet, pay your own bills, live on your own, got your own things, own stuffs, and you don't need assistance. You're good. So perhaps you're just waiting for that apology, or perhaps you're just waiting for that person to love you. But at the same time, you want someone to choose you. You want someone to love you. And you're wanting to let this go. So you're in two minds. I think you're almost ready to drop the full responsibility of this and the full burden of this. I do. I think you're almost there. Where am I going? I think I can. Give me some coffee. That's what I need. I'm serious, Joss. We gonna have to figure out a time slot when we can get together and record it. I'll handle all the tech. I just need somebody to bounce ideas off of. Help me do the research. All right, let's see. What do you need to know the most? Okay. Well, what you need to know the most is you're holding on to a lot of nothing is what it is. And I'm so sorry. I'm real. I'm real, y'all. It's real life. Tarot's real. And the way I read straight up. I read the energy. I read the room. I read the vibe. The vibe is you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sag as well. When the universe is over here saying what you need to do the most is let go. Let down your guard and open up to new possibilities. Open up that heart space. What you need to know the most is it's your decision on whether or not you open up or hold on. Okay, pretty much it. Because you're holding on to nothing. A Page of Wands reverse. You're holding on to empty words and empty promises. Okay, so this is a person who's not taking any action towards you. They're not communicating with you. They're not taking not even a fraction of the responsibility. Strange thing is they're showing up here as Page of Wands reverse. Page of Wands reverse. That's a very youthful, immature energy. Okay? I like to play games. I like to have fun, but I don't want to take responsibility. I want to mess up my room and play games all day and eat all the food in the house, but I don't want to do anything to put food in the house. I don't want to have to clean up the mess. You understand? That's the difference between a person who is going to participate and a person who is not. Okay? They want something good from it. They want the goodies from it, the attention, the sexes, whatever it is, but they don't want to actually put in any work. And you're over here with 10 wands. So you're the one carrying all the burden. You're the one burdened by this whole thing. They're not at all. Not even a little bit. So you're single, doing your own thing, and if you're in a relationship, you're not getting any assistance at all. You pretty much should just be alone. Or you do whatever you choose to do. What I'm saying is if you're in a relationship, you're alone all the time. You're doing it by yourself anyway. You're not getting any assistance. None. I don't even know if you're getting any financial assistance if you're in a relationship. I mean, you could be going through a divorce, a separation. This might be a baby daddy, baby mama, and you're not getting you're barely getting any support here. And you're the one burdened by it all. Like, look. At this point, do you even really need them? You're doing it all anyway. You're carrying the burden and the weight of this relationship. It's gotten heavy, and you're ready to be done with this heaviness. Okay. So it's up to you. It's a decision that actively has to be made to stop putting energy towards this person, to stop waiting for this person, to stop carrying the burden and the weight of this relationship, which means you're blocking yourself from moving forward in new relationships because I don't even see a relationship here. What's up, Tyrone? How you doing? I don't know. You tell us what's going on in your love life. You message me. We'll talk about it this weekend. We'll find out. We'll figure it out because it's something I want to do. It's something I want to do, and you're great at it. You're probably the only person I talk to about true crime. Everybody else is like, "Oh God, how can you talk about that?" Because I'm Joe. I'm justice obsessed. I want to know. I want justice. Okay. So Leo, this is it. Okay. You need to see the whole truth and nothing but the truth in the situation. You need to open up the curtains, open up the windows, and let the sun shine in on everything, okay? And it's time to go have some fun. It's time to really open up and have some fun and open up your full energy because this has been so difficult for you. This could have been difficult, challenging, taking care of the responsibilities of a relationship by yourself or dealing with someone so difficult or challenging, or if AB was involved, that's unacceptable. And if you need assistance, counseling, therapy, and use your resources, 211 in America is the United Way, and you can start there. Take care of yourselves and be safe for those of you that are in those situations. It's real. I've been there, done that. Okay? You got to do what you got to do sometimes. Just be safe. It's time for you to get the F out. Like, get out of the house. It's time to get out and refresh your energy. Get out and about. Put on the red lipstick. Put on the pumps. Go walk the mall. Okay? Put on a cute little jumper. Put on some sneaks or some bobos and go walk down the beach with a friend. Go hang out with the girls. Go hang out with the guys. Go do something that elevates your energy, that gets energy moving in a positive way. Get out in the actual sun. Get sun on your skin if you can. Get the nice vitamins flowing from the sun, because vitamin D from the sun actually helps your body create other vitamins inside of your intestinal tract. Yes, I'm a clinical lab scientist, I'm going to tell you. So the sunshine gives you vitamins via your skin. Okay. And then those vitamins help create other vitamins that help balance your happiness, help balance and harmonize your intestinal flora, because that's your second brain. I actually think it should be your first brain. Okay. Your intestinal tract, your guts. Anyway, it's time to get out there. It's time to get life happening again, because it's up to you. If you want to sit there and wait for somebody, that's totally that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. All right. But it's time for Leo to see the whole truth and to start moving on. Move on and start getting energy flowing. 8 of Wands. Start talking to people. You go after those opportunities. If somebody texts you, messages you, it's about getting out, moving your energy in a positive way. Be bold, be brave, be courageous, be you. Why did you allow this to hold you back, hold you down so long? Why did you allow this to become a burden? I got to know. Why did you allow this to become a burden? Because it's what we allow. Taurus, Pisces energy. Because you weren't ready for commitment at the time. At the time, you were intuitively led to this person. because you were not ready for commitment at the time. You weren't open to commitment. You weren't open to marriage. Some of you may have been going through a breakup, or you may have been ghosted, went through a breakup, dealt with a situation where it was like, what do you call it? Legal issues. I've got all kinds of stuff. So there's a whole bunch of things coming through. Some of you held on to this because you were guided to it. You were intuitively led to it because you were not ready at the time. Whatever. Maybe you had just went through a divorce or a breakup. Maybe you had already dealt with something. You could have been disengaging yourself from a soulmate. Okay. Which is why maybe you weren't ready for a commitment yet, and you attached yourself to this. You were guided to a connection for some reason. Okay. You may have, I really feel like there was a soulmate involved in this, and I think it was prior to this person. Those are hey, I love some Bobos, y'all. I love some Bobos. Yeah, you were going through a divorce or breakup, or a separation between you and a twin flame or a soulmate. Yeah, prior to this person. A lot of you are like, oh no, this was my twin flame soulmate. Maybe a soulmate in some way, but I really don't think so. Could be, but I don't think so. This was prior to this relationship. So you were intuitively guided to this person because you weren't ready yet. You weren't ready for that equal exchange. You weren't ready for loyalty. You weren't ready for something because your energy was screaming, I'm not ready for a relationship. I don't want to live with anybody. I don't want to be married to anybody. And I'm not ready for the exchange of love. That may have changed over time with this person. There was something else that was going on prior to. Tell me more about this intuition. Tell me more about this intuition. I want to know why you stayed. Why don't you stay? I'm down on my knees. Because you were attracted to this person. Man, you were in a lot of confusion. You were dealing with a lot of confusion. You've been single the whole damn time. So I don't know if you have a history with this person, if it was just a hookup, if it was a hit it and quit it, if it was a friends with benefits. Okay. I think a lot of you may have wanted a friends with benefits or something like that because of something prior to this was so heavy for you that you needed to do some inner work. Okay. Some of you stayed with this person because you needed to learn to connect to your intuition when it came to situations that were not healthy for you. Meaning when it's not on path for you, you got to know. So some of you had to stay with this person until you intuitively knew when it wasn't right for you. You have to know when something's not for you. You have to know when something is not working for you. You have to know when something is not a good fit or not on your spiritual path. So a lot of you, this person helped trigger your spiritual awakening. And for others of you, it was something prior to, and you weren't, quite ready for any kind of commitment when you got with this person. More than like a lesson, more likely a lesson, because it looks like you've been single the whole time dealing with this person. Okay, so I don't know if this person's ever taken any action or even acted interested. And that may have been why, like, you're so confused. Like, what are we doing here? The confusion is, what am I doing here? What are you doing there? That's for you to answer, okay? I see that you've been single the whole time. So what was this relationship? Was it a friends with benefits? Was it somebody you were just attracted to? Is this somebody you're just curious about and you didn't really have a relationship with this person? You were attracted to this person. Attraction, physical attraction. So your ego was in control here with this one. Ego. What happens when your ego controls the situation? Oh God, they're gorgeous. Oh God, they're hot. Oh God, their body is wow, banging, sex is great. But relationship is shit because there's no relationship around it. There's no stability. There's no love. There's no commitment. There's no loyalty. Okay? At least not now. And probably not for the majority of the relationship. Now, what I am going to say is this is something that I don't believe you lived together. I don't believe you exchanged vows. I don't believe that you said I love yous. This is a situation with somebody that I don't think there was a solid commitment at all with this person. And that's what the difficulty and challenge was, is what are we? Why am I here? What are we doing? What am I doing here? So now in the current energy, you're single, still single, and doing your own thing. This person, I do see that your energy is more towards, I'd rather just be alone and do my own thing. I'm not interested in this, but you're still trying to release the burden of this, okay? So a lot of you had a lesson about when to let go, because your ego a lot of times says, this is mine. This belongs to me. This is mine. I want it. This is mine. I want this. I want this. I want this. Okay. I'm going to need you to take a deep breath and step back away from my face. You know what I'm saying? You wanted it. I got it. You really tried hard to get it. You were burdened by it, stressed out about it. It created a lot of self-doubt in you because you couldn't get it. I know that's gonna offend a lot of you. But when we want something so bad and we can't have it, we're going to keep trying. We're determined, Leos, to get it, right? And when we don't get it, we get pissed off and frustrated. Why can't I have it? Why can't I get it? Why aren't they coming? Why aren't they getting here? Why aren't they showing up? Because you needed to go within. And you needed to learn a lesson about listening to your intuition. It's not about ego. Okay? It's not about what you want. You got to take a deep breath. Because what you're wanting is commitment, stability, reciprocal love, and loyalty, respect, and all of that fun stuff, right? Now, you have to know, you had to learn a lesson about when to let go. When something is exactly opposite of what it is you're desiring. So you're desiring and wanting and wishing and putting out this thing to the universe, telling this universe what you're wanting. When you're faced with a situation where you're attracted to somebody, there's so much chemistry, there's so much attraction, the sex is hot, whatever it is, and your ego is crazy mad wanting this person. Your ego is like, I gotta have this person. This person is mine. Whatever. So you have to take a deep breath and you have to sit back and you have to think this one through. All of that stress and anxiety and that burden has been you trying to force a hold on this person and pull them into you when you need to learn how to let go. You need to learn how to let go. Share your gifts. This is a gift of letting go. It's not a matter of opening up to new people. It's a matter of being able to let go. I gotta say this because I had a client one time. They were married, going through a divorce. Okay, the divorce wasn't final yet. There were still like several months before the divorce was final. They were holding on to the divorce. They were holding the divorce back. Now, this is what I didn't like about this whole situation. Kids, they had smaller children living together, and they had decided to continue to live together, to split the home instead of selling it and moving out, so that they can raise the children together. That automatically makes me cringe, because that's a holding on. Now, I do understand some people can do that. But in this situation, there was so much animosity and frustration already. They really needed to take some space from each other. But, I can only guide. I cannot make people do things. But what made me cringe was that this individual did not want to let the divorce happen. This individual was not ready to let go, could not let go, was not ready to let go, to the point of following this person, checking in on this person. I'm sorry, but when you break up and you divorce papers have been signed, or all of that has been happening, you've come to the decision, you've mediated on it, whatever. In my opinion, you should go your separate ways, and my business is my business, your business is your business, and what happens with the kids is our business. However, this person was unable to do that. Couldn't. And it's been years now. Still hasn't, and I'm talking like 2 or 3 years, something like that. And this person still holds on. They're still together, but he's still trying to get a connection, to reconnect. And that's the thing I don't like about living together, because one person may really be trying to get it back together while the other person is like, I absolutely cannot deal with your neediness or your you-ness. There was a reason why we got divorced in the first place. So I didn't like that. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's a little bit of this is not going to be for all of you, but we want somebody and we want to hold on to them. And there's nothing wrong with that. We care about somebody and all that. But this was more of an ego thing. I really want this person. I really have to have this person. I really want this person. A lot of you, this person just wanted friends with benefits, or they just want their freedom. And it's time for you to see that. It's time for you to see that reality. This person wants to have their freedom. Some people don't want to be in a relationship. Okay? Some people don't want love. Some people don't want to live together. Some people like to travel and like to, do whatever they want to do. But our intuition has been trying to speak to us and trying to help you release this. I believe you intuitively know that this is not a person for you. Okay? That they don't want that stability. They're not capable of it. They don't want it. And the universe is saying that it would be beneficial for you to finally let this go with love and light and open up to new possibilities and new options when you're ready. Because this is a situation you really need to think about whether or not you're holding on to. And a lot of you don't want to see the truth. A lot of you might not be ready to see the truth. A lot of you might not be ready to let this person go yet. And that's okay. You take your time in it. This may or may not be your message today. Not all readings will resonate, but that's my time here today. I hope that you got a message here today, but if you've been holding on really tightly to something that's not holding on to you, there's no action being taken in your direction. There's no communication. Maybe consider having a little talk with Jesus, or having a little talk with your intuition and your higher self, and asking if it's okay to let go, to start letting go. To start loosening up that grip on this person and let them have their freedom and live their life their way so that you can live your life your way. Okay? Because this might not be the person that fits the dynamic you're looking for. And we have to know when to say when and when enough is enough. We have to know. We have to listen to our intuition. If our intuition and our gut says they're not capable of this or they don't want this, the ego and the 3D self has to be willing to let go too. Okay? I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. I got Aries, Leo, Sag. Leo's strong on this, so it's Leo's call on this. You're the one that has to let go of the burden. Aries, Leo, Sag. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Aries, Taurus. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Taurus, Pisces. That's what I got for you. So it's time for you to share your gifts. And that gift is let go of the grip. Loosen up the grip. Because a lot of times when we loosen up that grip, things can change and shift within a dynamic. You let somebody go. What do they say? If you let it go and it comes back to you, it was meant to be. That is absolutely true. You got to be able to let it go. You got to be able to let it go, because that alleviates the stress and burdens off of you. And that is exactly what I told that client. You got to be able to let this go. You cannot control what somebody else does. You're trying to control what this person is wanting, and this person is wanting to be free from you. He didn't want to hear it. He got mad at me. Look, I ain't about to back down. When I see the truth and I feel the truth, I'm looking at you and I see the truth. I can hear it. But the cards were also saying it too. You're trying to control somebody. You're trying to force a connection that you need to have. You need to, loosen up the grip. Because that alleviates the stress on you and on them too. And then, again, what was that? If you let it go, you set it free, it comes back to you. It was meant to be. Set it free. If it comes back to you, it was meant to be. This one was a rough one. I hope that you enjoyed the show today. Let me know if it resonated in some way, shape, or form. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. Let's grow this tribe, baby. 10K this year. Don't forget, if you would like a private session with me or check out my products and services, nourishheallive.com, or click the title under the video for the links. Namaste.